Something very interesting has happened. Something very, very spicy has happened with our favorite old ex-girlfriend, GameStop. Somebody that works the ROC has let some deets slip, and they faced some insane repercussions as a result. And we're going to get right into it. It's going to be spicy as hell. The ROC is the actual warehouse where a lot of GameStop employees work, either packing stuff, shipping stuff off, sitting in the break room, contemplating life. And it looks like some news has leaked. And we're going to cover it now. We're also going to check in and see how everybody's feeling. Get the vibe. I'm pretty sure the vibe is sad. Make sure you subscribe. Very important. First things first, never work here. Short, sweet, and to the damn point. I started there after my 18th birthday and was super excited because I always wanted to work at GameStop. It was fun for a while. You know, me and my coworkers and our boss would laugh and have fun while we worked. We even had a Nerf war after closing one night. Man, I miss the days where you could just play Guitar Hero after close. Those days are long gone. But then it all went to shit when the district manager got involved and eventually fired my manager. Me and my coworker were so upset, I literally picked him up that night. We went to a friend's house to cheer us up because we both had been crying our eyes out. A few days later, when I was supposed to meet with the new manager, I got fired. It wasn't a total loss because I was going to quit anyway, but they got rid of literally the entire team except one person. Him and my manager were the only people keeping me from losing my God-given shit. 3 days after my boss was fired, I was fired. I was so thankful I got out of the toxic environment, and my coworker just liberated himself from there as well. So again, disrespectfully as I can say it, fuck GameStop. You know, people say I've never heard of GameStop or a district manager trying to get you to fire your whole staff. When I was transferred like across the state at one point, which is the entire reason I moved to where I am, my district manager told me to fire the whole staff. And then I didn't. I just didn't do it. I didn't have the balls, bro. But that's nothing. Can I just quit, please, for the love of Jesus? It says I've been working at GameStop, and honestly, it's the worst job I've ever worked. The pay doesn't make the amount of work you're putting in. I barely even get hours since the store leader had to cut back on hours. Hours are so cut back that I don't even want to work a whole week. Look, dude, I remember working at GameStop, and the regional manager told me that they would never have less than 108 hours or something. And now GameStop operates on less than like 50 or something. Something insane, some insane low number like that. The issue comes from today where I had to open for a Pokemon sales day. I have the issue where I'm unable to sleep at night, so I had to open with barely any rest. And I guess I was tired, but I swear at everything, when somebody paid with cash, they handed me $250s. But my manager called me today and said they handed me $150 and $120, so we're 30 short. He gave me two options of paying it or him reporting it to the district manager, which is definitely not even remotely correct of what he should have done. I was planning on quitting, so can I just quit without paying and facing any repercussions? Yep, 100%. They're going to try to force you into paying something they call restitution. Yeah, tell them to eat your ass and leave. And then a few months down the road, they're going to send you a letter that's saying they're going to threaten legal action, and then you throw it in the trash. And that's the end of it. That's how that all works. It's all just coercion, corporate threats, stuff like that. All bullshit. None of it's real. Don't even worry about it. What I find hilarious, somebody stole $100.4 million out of a GameStop shipment truck. I saw this on Twitter and I laughed. I'm filled with spite, you see. It says, finally promoted a customer. I've finally been able to quit after months of job searching, and it was the best feeling in the entire world. I tell you what, man. It feels better than when you're in Vegas and two, not one, but two of the strippers approach you. My district manager fired my entire team, including my manager, for not selling enough warranties. Shocking. And I was only left with a new manager who was atrociously rude. Truly fug at GameStop, and fug my manager who started adding warranties to people's checks without telling them. Shocking. Shout out to Eric. Thanks for making it tolerable to work for a few months. I've never been so happy to leave a place. Good luck for the rest of you employees, and I hope you all find it better. You know what's crazy to me? To be fair and transparent, the GameStop company and the employees are not related in any way, shape, or form other than by name. So if you go to the actual Reddit threads, half the threads are people quitting, and you wouldn't even recognize it from like GameStop, like the stock or like the online presence it has. It's all completely detached and none of it's real. Very weird, actually, because GameStop is a terrible place to work, right? It's an absolutely atrocious place to work. But it's almost, if you follow them on social media, like GameStop on X, it almost doesn't make sense. Like none of it makes sense. But here's the ROC message. So this is the message from the the actual warehouse itself, which is very interesting. So about a year ago, I was laid off from the ROC during their mass layoffs. The day after, I posted an AMA thread about my time there, which is the same thing I did when I left GameStop. And it was on the front page, baby, which is how we started this channel. I did not realize the misery I was leading myself into. What's up? I can confirm the higher ups do watch the subreddit. How do I know? I got a call from HR threatening legal action, and they'd be withholding my severance check if the post I made remained up. By the way, completely illegal. They cannot threaten to withhold pay unless you signed an NDA, which I guarantee you they didn't. Loss Prevention went through my entire profile, screenshotted all of my posts, including from different subreddits, and it scared me so bad I deleted my entire profile that I had for years. Damn, son. I guess by working there, even though I never signed an NDA and that I've been laid off, I wasn't allowed to talk about it. If y'all have any questions about the ROC, I guess you can ask me again. Yeah, because you're totally fine. They went through this dude's Reddit and are threatening to damn sue his ass over saying some shit. GameStop HR choke on some balls, bro. This person says I'm not a lawyer, but I'm pretty sure it's illegal to withhold pay because you were exercising your right to free speech without having an NDA or a gag order in place to silence you. Creeps, dude. The corporate office at GameStop's always been bad. To be fair, the corporate office at any company is going to be pretty damn bad. Keep in mind they haven't given raises to GameStop employees in like a decade. Not meaningful raises anyway. But GameStop instead, they'll spend $500 million buying Bitcoin. GameStop a week ago announced they spent $500 million buying Bitcoin. No raises for the staff though. See, this is the issue, man. If you don't know, I race in NASCAR and we live and die by sponsorship. Like I'm always reaching out to sponsors, like small companies, big companies, and trying to pitch our program and, trying to grow together as a result. And I'll have CEOs or presidents of companies tell me they would love to get involved, but, they're struggling a little bit, but they do have marketing budget, but they can't afford to give their employees huge raises. So they don't want to sponsor a race car because their employees will see it and be like, damn, like they can afford to sponsor a race car, but they can't afford to give us raises. Keep in mind, it's a marketing thing. A marketing budget's different than an actual budget or whatever. But the employees will see it that way, and they should. So I've had presidents and CEOs tell me this. GameStop don't give a fuck. They will spend $500 million on Bitcoin and tell their employees to eat their ass. They don't care. They don't care. No corporate company really cares. Let's be honest. They'll call you a family until they fire you. Would you fire your mother or your grandmother? I doubt it. Would you fire your children? Unless you're Chris Benoit. Like this, subscribe, please. Very important. Oh my God, I'm drowning. Help.